Hi everyone, good morning to you, or good afternoon to some of you. And now, those of you who know me know that I'm technically challenged. So normally I have a team of people around me helping me with all the geeky stuff. But today I'm standing in my lounge and speaking with you on the 24-hour lockdown for 2 weeks. Now, it's really important to know that this morning I didn't feel like doing this live event. And everything could have gone wrong, possibly it did. I had to get police permission to leave the house to get this flip chart because I want to do some demonstrations for you. The permission from the police came really late. Then the ink didn't work on the flip chart. I had to go to the supermarket, get back here, but I was just not feeling right. Then I decided to put this suit on, and suddenly my whole stature or confidence picked up because of the way I had dressed. So we're going through tough times right now, and I suggest if you really want to focus on yourself, really work on your physiology and the way you dress. Don't start working on the business dressed in pajamas or t-shirts, because I'm a walking, talking person, and I had every reason to slouch and be down and depressed, but I just decided to give you my best shot over the next 15 or 20 minutes. Now, a few things I want to make sure that the foundations of everything are the few key things I want to discuss with you before I go into skills of running a business. Now, words are extremely important. Be aware of how you speak with yourself. Now, we're going to do this 50-minute training, and you could start off by saying, this is going to be a piece of cake, or you're going to say, this is going to be really complicated. Whatever you say, whatever label you put on that jar is the way you're going to feel. So your experiences are dictated by the words you use internally. So I urge you to think right now that this is going to be easy, a piece of cake for you, and it will be. Okay. Secondly, I want to congratulate you all for committing to the next 15-20 minutes listening to me, because personal education is the biggest investment you could make to yourself. So I urge you, now you have time and you're not going to work and driving and dealing with clients, spend the rest of the next week or two or whatever it takes to invest in yourself and your personal growth, because it's the best investment you could ever make in your life. Finally, food for thought. Why is it that 80% of businesses go bust, startups go bust within the third year of starting up? Why do you think that 80% of businesses go bust and only 20% flourish? Out of that 20%, 95% don't make profit. Now, why is it that professional investors, people who invest in companies or take over companies, they have a success rate of over 76%? 76% of businesses that professional investors take over make money. Now, I had a good think about this, and I thought, whoever knows me that I'm all about motivation and all about mindset. Now, I've never ever met an entrepreneur who starts a business who's not motivated, who's not absolutely passionate about the product. Then I thought maybe that's the problem. We're too busy thinking about how to polish up our product, how amazing our product is, but what we do miss is the skills to run a business. Now, does McDonald's serve the best burgers? No, if you said, I want the best burger or the best cheeseburger on the planet, would McDonald's be on that list? No, but here's the thing, they make billions of dollars a year profit. The best coffee on the planet, would you say Starbucks coffee was the best coffee on the planet? No, but they make the most amount of money because they are business operators. What I'd like you to do is, over the next week or so, and I'm going to do lots of these live events, start thinking about how to run and operate your business. Here's another question. If you could have kept every single customer who ever bought from you and they never left you, how big your business will be today? Huge probably, right? But unfortunately, we spend far too much time on marketing and sales and not making our clients feel super special. We're obsessed by the product and not by our customer service. So focus on those points, and over the next week or so, I want to do a few more live events and I'll teach you more skills to do that. Now, business, in my experience, is done in 4 ways. S stands for social. B stands for business. The 4 quadrants of how people do business, in my opinion, is SSBB. Oh yes, one more thing as well. What I want you to do is from now on, learn from people who walk their talk. Here's the thing, I eat my own cookies, I eat my own food. The food I cook, I eat. Learn from people who practice what they preach. That's really, really important. Don't learn from people who love you because they're always going to tell you what you want to hear, right? Don't talk about your business to your friends and family. Learn from people who are actually making money or they scaled up their business, okay? So learn from people you admire in business. S standing for social, B stands for business. Now, when you actually get into a business relationship, you could actually start, and I would say without generalizing, in the Middle East, people tend to socialize a lot. So they get to meet someone and the conversation goes about friends and family, but then it kind of loses its way. And they say, let's meet again over a dinner or a coffee or a shisha. And this relationship continues being social. And it becomes very, very difficult to turn it into business because after a short period of time, you become friends. Now, friends don't pay friends. Friends tend not to do business with other friends. So somewhere along the way, you've actually created a situation, a business environment where actually no money is going to get exchanged. And what's money about? Money is all about business. Of course, you're exceeding expectations, but money is all about business. If you weren't about making money, you will actually be a charity. So this is where you don't want to play. Then the other side, now you get this in Europe a lot, when somebody telephones you and say, look, I want your services and I want you to fill this tender application. You send a tender application, you win the business, and your business relationship starts. And when it ends, you just get terminated. And they'll call you as and when they need you. Now this relationship does happen, money does get exchanged, but it never lasts. Or it only lasts the duration of the business agreement. Where I would like you to think about, and here's the thing, when you actually meet somebody, an agreement, a deal happens in a meeting. You either sell to them why they should buy your product, or they sell to you why they shouldn't. So before you start, and I urge my staff and my directors and my managers of my companies to work within this realm. You sit down with someone and you say, listen, before we do business, let's get to see if we get on. Let's get to see if we share the same values. And if you do, and if we do, we make an agreement, a business transaction will happen. And you get to know each other. Now, somewhere through that meeting, because you've set the priorities, you've set the agreement of the meeting, you can turn and say, now, should we discuss business? Because now we're on the same wavelength. We're in synergy with our values. And then the prospect says yes, and a friendship and a business agreement is formed. On the other side, you could actually meet someone who, like one of my best clients, it took me 6 months to call him my friend. It took me 6 months to get him as a business, as a client, and then we realized that we share the same values and we have the same, we're both optimistic, positive, and we're both business owners, so we're on the same wavelength. So a business started and a friendship developed afterwards. And this has been going on for over 6 years now, and he happens to be one of our top 5 clients. So these relationships last. You do not want to get dragged into a social relationship. You do not want to get dragged into a solely business relationship. Now, you need to be obsessed about what makes you different in the marketplace. Absolutely, what makes you unique. When you know what makes you unique, you need to let your clients know. Okay, lots of people invest in telling their staff what's unique about them, but don't actually make their clients aware of it. When you make your clients aware of it, they start realizing that you are special in the marketplace. Then what you do is you get obsessed by making them love you. Most businesses spend a lot of time trying to please everybody, and what I'd like you to do is get obsessed by pleasing and perfecting the way you look after a few. So what I'd like you to do, instead of having a broad way of looking after all your customers, zoom in and go in depth with a few clients who actually bring you the most amount of profits. What else is there to tell you? So know your edge, keep your customers aware of it, And more than anything else, know your competition. Now, I was having a chat with somebody yesterday, and they're talking about the Tim Ferriss book. It says 4-hour week. And he said it's okay if you have a 4-hour week, as long as your competitors are working 2 hours. So make sure, no matter how your competitors are doing, how hard you're working, you work the hardest and the longest hours. You do not start a business based on financial, what do you call it, financial freedom, okay? Because financial freedom doesn't mean you're going to be successful. What you want to be is actually free to spend. So financial freedom to spend, that gives you total power. Because money doesn't make you good or bad, money gives you choices. If you're a good person, you do great things with money. If you're a bad person, you do bad things with money. And believe me, a lot of us have come across all those people. So focus on your competitors, know your edge, and let your customers know about it. Make a list of who your top clients are and why, and be obsessed by looking after them. Keep them. If you keep all the clients that you earn from today and not keep hunting for new ones, your business will be massive in a year or two. And systemize everything. Look at the processes that you put in your business. Look at all the objectives that your clients or your prospects give you, and make sure you systemize it in some kind of a manual so everybody in your organization understands your values and all the objections that they come across. Hopefully you had a great time today, and please send me your questions. How long have you been, Ali?
12, 13 minutes.
13, 14 minutes. So I look forward to speaking to you soon. Send me any of your questions. I hope you found this really valuable. Take care. Have a good day.